Okay, this video is for my final project for electronics, Physics 128 at Pomona College. My project was to create an engine temperature gauge for my Suzuki GS500F. It's a fairly simple build, and it all relies on that one little chip there. That's a TC74 temperature sensor. It has two analog inputs/outputs, ground and power, 5 volts in, and it outputs a digital temperature signal which goes through the wires that are behind the fairing. They're taped up against the sides so they don't interfere, so that the engine doesn't melt them or anything. Then they go up to the arduino, which, using a series of if statements that I'll get to later, turns on a pair of LEDs to indicate what temperature range the engine is in. Initially, I used the temperature gauge along with an LCD readout, and that told me that way I could actually graph how hot the engine was in degrees Celsius as I was idling the engine. And so I idled for about 18 minutes, measuring the temperature every minute, and used that data to set the if statements. So if the engine is cold, the two bottom LEDs should turn on, and those are blue, which means the engine's not good to ride. See, the two top LEDs are yellow, which means that as soon as the engine passes 24 degrees Celsius, it's rideable, but it shouldn't be over revved. So these blue LEDs will turn off and the yellow ones will turn on. At around 35 degrees Celsius, the yellow ones turn off and the green ones turn on. And green means that the bike is completely rideable, everything's okay. And it shouldn't change from green until I get to about 77 degrees Celsius, which is overheating by my count. And that's bad, that's when I should stop. So I just rode the bike back from a party. So if we turn it on, the LEDs should be green, which means that the engine is still gradually cooling down. Green or yellow, actually. So let's find out. So there we have it. Aside from that little hiccup at the beginning, the LEDs are green, which means the engine is ready to ride. In a while it should be back down to yellow and then down to blue, but I don't have time to check that. Sorry.